Hi guys, this is Satik from Debugging.com. In this video, we'll show you how to flash latest VoltageOS ROM Android 16 base onto Nothing Phone 2. So please take a backup of all the phone data and then let's get started. First off, get the SDK from my article from this link, extract it onto your PC. Upon doing so, you will get a few files. Let me show you the files of platform tools. One that is done, now enable OEM unlocking and USB debugging. OEM unlocking is required to unlock the phone's bootloader and USB is required for the ADB commands. Let's now enable both the toggles. So go to settings, then from there scroll down to about phone, Nothing OS, type on build number 7 times, then go back, go back, then go to system dev options and enable USB debugging and OEM unlocking. OEM unlocking here, this is USB debugging, tap on OK. You might get a prompt, tap on allow, and once that is done, let's first verify the debugging connection. So for that, just type in CMD here in the address bar of platform tools, hit the enter key, then type in the command of ADB devices and verify you're having an ID as you could see over here. If that's all fine, now unlock the phone bootloader. For that, boot the phone to Fasboot mode and then use the command of Fasboot flashing unlock. All the steps in the video are given in this article. Please have a look at that. Once you unlock the phone, please re-enable USB debugging once again. Moving on, now get the ROM file from here, the VoltageOS Android 16 based ROM, this link. Once you have got it, just give me a second. Yes, I have the file. Great. Moving on. Now boot the phone to Fasboot mode. So for that, type in the command of ADB, reboot, bootloader, hit the enter key. The phone should now be inside the Fasboot mode. This might take a few seconds, so let's just wait for that to happen. And once it's in the Fasboot mode, type in the command of Fasboot devices and again hit the enter key. And you could see we are having the ID. If you're not having this ID, in that case, please install the Fasboot drivers onto your PC. The link for the same is given here. So scroll down and install the drivers. Once that is done, do a right click on the Windows icon and choose Device Manager. Then expand the Android phone section and verify your phone is shown there. Let me show you. If that's all fine, then let's now start the flashing process. So first and foremost, we have to wipe the super slot of our phone by the super empty file. For that, let's use the file from LineageOS ROM. That file will work for all the USB ROM, not an issue. So go here, super empty img. Open this in a new tab. And okay, I have the file over here. Simply get the file from this link. This will take a few seconds. Super empty img, download, allow. Okay, got it. And we are now getting the file. We have got the file. Once that is done, transfer the file inside the folder of platform tools. So copy the file from here, paste the file inside the folder of platform tools, and do a renaming as well. Remove the numbers and np2 from the end. The file should be super_empty.img. Now let's flash the file. So just use this command, fastboot wipe super img. Paste the command here. And with this, we have wiped the super slot of our phone. Once that is done, let's now start with the ROM flashing. So first off, we have to flash the file of OrangeFox recovery onto our phone. Open the article in a new tab. And from here, scroll down once again. And we are done with the first step. Second step is also complete. Third step is also done now. Fourth step, get the recovery file from this link. Once you have got it, boot the phone to Fasboot mode. And now let's flash the file onto our phone. So the recovery file will be in a zip format. Extract the zip file for our phone. This is the one. So let's just extract it. You will get the img file. Copy the recovery img file. Paste the file inside here. Now let's flash the file onto our phone. The command is quite simple. Just copy paste the command here, or you may manually type in. It's Fasboot flash. The file name is the partition name first. It's the recovery partition. File name is recovery.img. Hit the enter key. The flashing will now start. Take only a few seconds. And once the flashing is done, type in the command of Fasboot reboot recovery. Hit enter. The phone should now be inside the OrangeFox recovery. This might take some seconds, but it should be there. And we have all the commands here. Simply copy paste the command and you are good to go. So let's now just verify it once if we are inside the recovery or not in just a moment. After this screen, the OrangeFox should boot up. This you could see now it's done. So flashing is fine. Let's now close this and we can now start with the ROM flashing process. So this might take somewhat longer for the first time booting up. So let's just keep a tab on this. And then your first action should do a factory reset on your phone. So we will do that using the OrangeFox recovery only. In just a moment. This should not take much longer. And this is our ROM zip file, which is to be flashed. You could see we are currently here, but it's not stuck here. It's fine. Just now go to wipe, format data, type in yes, hit the orange check mark. Formatting is going on. This will take a few seconds. It's now complete. Go back, go to menu, reboot, and choose recovery. This will remount the phone data slot, and we could now flash the ROM file with ease. So just give me a few more seconds, and after that we could flash the ROM file now, and we are now inside the ROM, the recovery file. So do one thing now: copy the file from here, paste the file onto your phone. If it's shown here, first off, in my case, okay, it's shown here, but I cannot access the storage. Okay, no issues. Paste the ROM file over here inside the folder of platform tools. So let's cut the file from here, paste the file here, do a renaming. Rename this to something shorter. Let's say ROM. The name becomes rom.zip, and let's now transfer the file. So for transferring of the file, type in the command of adb push file name rom.zip space /. Let's use the data slot. Do not use the SD card because that might not work for now. Use the data slot, hit the enter key. The file transfer is now started, and this will take around a couple of minutes at the very max. So let's just wait for that to complete. So guys, with this, we have now got the ROM file onto our phone. Great. Let's flash it. Tap on the up arrow, go to data slot, choose the ROM zip file, swipe to flash. The flashing will now start. Take around 4 to 5 minutes. So guys, the flashing is now complete. So now go back and once again do a factory reset. It's a must. Format data, type in yes, hit the orange check mark, and that is now complete. Now the last part you could see. Currently I am on slot A, but the ROM has flashed to the inactive slot B. So let's now make a slot switch. So go back, menu, reboot, and you could see slot A is active. So tap on switch to slot B. The slot change is now complete. Now tap on reboot system. You might get a warning. Ignore that. Just try to reboot, and we should now be inside the OS in just a moment. Let me show you the boot animation and the boot logo. That will mean that we have flashed the ROM file successfully, and the boot animation should be here anytime soon. After this, the no OS found is just a false negative. Simply ignore that message, and I'll now show you after this. We should be having the boot animation of the ROM file in just a moment. That should be the case. So let's just verify it once, and you could see we have got the VoltageOS boot animation. Now give it some more time for it to boot to the OS. And that is it. We are now inside the OS. This was quite fast. So let's choose file transfer and let's get started with the setup process. English is fine. Then Wi-Fi. Let's skip this for now. Next. Skip this. If you want, you may connect to Wi-Fi, link your account and restore all the app data. But that will take a lot of time. So let's skip this. Okay, just let me choose the dark theme. Next. Gesture navigation is fine. And that is it. We are now inside the OS. The wallpaper is fine, not that much great. The transparency effect is there. In the app drawer, we have the backend transparency effect. Gramophone is the music player, I suppose. Yes. And then this is a Google app. Oh, we have a few pre-installed Google apps. The messaging app, the contacts, I suppose, and the telephone app. These are from Google or what? Let me just verify it once. Okay, it's not shown here, but looking by the icon, I suppose they are from Google only. Yes, this is, well, I had to verify it once. I'm not quite sure. I'll let you know. But the app icon says same that they are from Google. The app package name is not given here, or else I can verify by the app package name. Anyways, let's just see what all ROM has to offer. You may now do a app, the size, increase the size of these tiles as well from here, or make it smaller. And once done, just hit the back arrow and they will be saved, as you could see. This is the settings menu, and there should be a power hub section. Okay, this is the one. Here you get all the tweaks in the for your ROM. Power hub, status bar, items. Then we have clock and date tweaks. Change the clock style, add seconds. Then battery settings, battery style. Let's say it's fine, but we should have the battery text inside the icon. Let me show you now. Great. Show brightness status is fine. Then footer settings, data usage is not required. Action chip, ongoing action chip is there. Then show the voltage logo. No, let's keep it as it is. Then we have the lock screen tweaks. Secure UI queue is pulled on lock screen. Let's keep this enabled only. We can access this from the lock screen as well. Then we have the fingerprint animations and effect. Fingerprint icons are over here, as you could see. Then we have the animation as well for the animations. These are the ones that you could choose from. Then the weather can be added in the lock screen. Just make sure to keep Wi-Fi and 5G enabled at all times to update the weather. Then we have the themes, wallpapers. You may add a blur effect, let's say both, and let me see how it looks for the sake of reference. This is in the lock screen and this is in the home screen. Not looking great at all. Let me just disable this. Okay, do a restart of the UI. Now it's much better. If you want, you may also enable wallpaper dim as well. Then change the effect of the blur effect. Can we change from there? Color engine, color source, let's say home wallpaper, and then you may change the colors from here. Advanced color, shade appearance, use dual tone shade, split quick settings. What exactly is this? Let me just see it once. Use a two-tone layout for the notifications. Okay. So when you are in the landscape mode, you will have two separate options. Let me just verify it once. In the landscape, you could see two-tone separate for the notifications and the QS panels. This is something new, but great. Let's keep it enabled. Looking nice. Let's go back. Then we have the advanced tweaks over here in the buttons. Power menu, advanced restart is enabled by default. Restart to the recovery, Fasboot and system. System UI is not there. Not a major concern. Okay, we have that. Sorry, a separate option. Great to see. At least we have this option. And where will this option be shown now? Okay, now shown here. This is something unique. Not in any other ROM I've seen that till date. Anyways, we have the option. So great. Spoofing. First off, we have the plain negative fix module settings from here. You may upload the PI.json file from this section. Get spoof Google Photos unlimited storage. Great to see. This should be enabled for me. Then apart from that, where is the keybox option? That is not here. You may also fetch the file from the VoltageOS or from the Pixel Canary. The choice is all yours. Or you may upload your own file, the PI.json file. Then let's go back and okay, it's over here. Go to Tricky Store. Upload the keybox file. If you have a file, great. If you don't have the file, you may ask the file via this article's comment section. I'll share the file via email. Just drop in your request over here. Then I will share the file with you. Or you may flash the keybox module. If you've obtained root, simply flash the module and you will pass the strong test with ease. Then apart from that, next up we have, okay, just let me verify it once. The current keybox file which I'm having, whether it's passing the strong test or not, just give me a second. I'll check it and show. Okay, you could see it's currently passing the strong test. So I have the file active. That is great. Moving on with the next step, we could then see the heads up for notifications. Partial screenshot can be taken. And that is just about it. Next up, let's see the display section, which is over here. And dark theme can be enabled. Pure black is also there. You may also force enable black mode across all the apps that don't even support that. For example, the Amazon app. Then apart from that, we have the screen refresh rate. Let's enable extreme refresh rate at all times. This will lead to more battery drainage, but that's fine for me. Then you may add screensaver if required. Tap to sleep is also there. Tap to wake is also working great. So both of them are working as expected. Then we have the display is done. Wallpaper and style section. Let's just hope there are some other wallpapers as well. Yes, we have some others. This is something unique. Let's keep the default this one, but it's quite basic. So this is looking nice. Let's apply this for now. Apply to both the home and lock screen. Then let's change the clock. This is quite basic clock. These are all the clocks. You may also change their color, make it more darker or lighter from here. Change their size, dynamic, small or large. Let me change see any other colors. Let's choose this one. Hit the apply button and it's now applied. You may change the font style from here. These are the various. Okay, just a second. A small UI issue is there. For the font style, you have the following font as you could see. It's these one are the font. Let's choose any random one, a casual font, and it's now applied. You may add the shortcuts at the left and right. Let's say DND and right hand side. Torch. Hit the apply button. Next up in the home screen, you could change the colors from here or any other color from here. Then apart from that, you can also choose any other colors from this section as well. The VoltageOS has some own colors. Then you also choose the light theme from this section. Let's stay for the light theme for some moment now. Choose any color. Let's go with this one only for now. Hit the apply button. Let's now go back and let's see the font which we have seen. So the icons, minimal. Okay, I guess it's a themed icons. Yes. Then you may change the icon shape from here as well. And once done, okay, there are a lot of options. Just hit the apply button. Then we have the layout, small, 5x5 is the one that I choose. This is the one, hit the apply button once again, and it's now done as well. Then let's go to the system section, and from there, glyph interface, you have it. If you want, you may use it. Let's enable this. And you have all the tweaks for the glyph interface, call animation, notification animation, the battery saver glyph, all of them can be enabled from here. Show battery level when plugging in. Then microphone, okay, you can enable all this, toggle the glyph, progress bar, volume indicator, every one of them can be enabled. For example, let me just see if it's working or not. For the charging one, okay, yes, that's fine. The glyphs are working great. Anyways, let's now move to the next step. Okay, we have some extra tweaks as well. If you have a backup, you may upload the CSV file, validate that, check for issues and errors, and upload them over there. Then in the gestures, anything fancy, quickly enable torch. Okay, the usual one, start to take a screenshot, is a must for me and it's working great. Let's now go back and view logs. Okay, logs can be get it from here. You may install the updates from this section or simply install via the recovery. The choice is all yours. Device extra USB OTG is required for my phone. Other options, that's it. Let's just have a look at the home settings. You may change the icon size, icon labels can be shown or hidden. Notification dot access, let's give it from here, voltage home, allow, it's given now. Then what all else is there? Icon pack is fine. Notification dots, let's go to the home screen. From the home screen, you may show or hide the Google app. It's currently turned off because we have the basic version of Google apps. That is why it's turned off. Dark status bar is there at a glance. You may tweak all of these. Then at a glance, style is default. Let's choose extended. And it's now the extended version, but there are a lot of text, so that's not looking nice. Apart from that, what all else can you choose? Let me just see it once. The voltage and the voltage page style. Okay. This clock looks much better, so let's choose this one only. And what is the page style in the at a glance? Let me just verify it once. Voltage page style. No, again, it has a lot of text, so the normal one was fine. Then we have the app drawer. You may change the transparency, but it's fine for now. The 40% transparency is fine. App drawer style. Let's see the vertical one UI. I cannot exactly see the change over here. Then if we choose any other, let's say legacy full screen. For now, we have a few only list of apps, so it's working. There isn't any change. In the iPhone style, it will work like the Xiaomi phones only. There will be no app drawer. Let me show you what I mean. You could see we could only access the apps from here. There is no app drawer now. It's gone. If you want, you may use it that way as well. But let's use the normal one only for now. Then you could change the placement of the app search bar. In the recent, you could enable memory info, lens, Google Lens, clear all screenshot. And let's now verify. The Google Lens option is currently missing. Do a UI restart, it will be shown. Miscellaneous, you may show or hide the apps from this section. Let's try to use the sandbox environment of the Play Store now. So currently, if you want, you may flash the GApps, or you may also use the sandbox version of the Google Apps. For the sandbox version, you may install the Graphene App Store. And for that, this is the link. Install the Graphene App Store from here, and then you may install the Google Play Store or Play Service. The choice is all yours. You can read more about that over here. What is the sandbox environment of the Google Play Store? So you may install the Graphene App Store and then install the Play Service and the Play Store app from there. It will be in a sandbox environment which has no link with the OS. So that's a great tweak. You may install that as well, or simply flash the core GApp packages or the basic Omni or full of stock GApps. The choice is all yours. So guys, that's just about it. If you have any query with regard to any of the steps, let me know in the comment section, and thank you for watching the video.